All right. Jackie, good morning.
Hi, Pierre. How you doing?
I am good. All right. We have to apologize for everyone. We're a little bit late to start today. We were trying to figure out how to get this dual screen situation set up, which I think we have. Today's a special session. Jackie, I hope you're ready because I am.
I actually am not. I was worried that you are going to be super prepared and that you've planned out everything because I mean we know how we're supposed to plan things in advance.
I've
But
stayed
I
honest. I've stayed honest. I haven't planned everything in advance. We actually don't know what we're going to do for a challenge in and of itself. But what we do have going on for the first time, I'm sure we're going to do this again. Uh, for the first time, we are going to have a head-to-head challenge. Jackie versus myself. We're going to pick a theme and we're going to use the time we have during this hour to actually create a complete page. So I hope you're ready, Jackie. I'm ready, and I wanna actually get started. But I see here on stream that my video is being blocked by. Here we go. There we are. Here I am. All right, Fox the Kiwi, welcome. Uh, I hope you're ready for today's session. Jackie and I are going to do a challenge. We're going to compete against each other and side by side build 2 landing pages about the same topic. All right. So we need to pick a topic, Jackie. I hope you're capable or ready to do that, and we'll just jump right in. How about that?
Oh my goodness. Yes, I can say I'm ready, but I would be lying because I am super afraid. I never do things if I haven't planned it out. So this is going to be a total first for me.
Yeah.
Honestly, a big first. But we're not allowed to use the AI, right?
We are. We
Are
are.
we?
Yeah, but let's define some things. Maybe we'll just use the AI that's available inside the Builderall platform, so we're not off having Chat GPT do things for us. How about that?
Okay. All right. Starting from scratch, not from an existing website.
Yes,
All right.
that is correct. Well, you can use whatever is available in the platform. How about that?
All right. All right. Cool. Let's do that.
All
Now
right.
it's just the theme. What's the theme going to be? And I
Uh,
hope people must tell us what do they want. That would be so cool if they can give us an idea of what we should build. So
that
those
would
that
be
are watching,
That would be cool. That would be cool. I was thinking maybe something like a landing page with a booking, uh, not connected, just a space for booking at the bottom, and it could be sort of a quick landing page to get people to sign up. How about that?
all right, cool.
Does everyone in the comments agree? Let us know if you have another idea. If you want to see us build something specific, we're All right, we got Foxy Kiwi saying yes to that idea. All right, I think we'll go with that one.
Okay.
What do you
So
think,
is
Jackie? You ready?
so if it's a landing page and a booking for what type of business? That's the
Um,
question. What type of business?
Dog grooming.
Okay, let's do
I know
that.
you're a fan of dogs. This way will give
Yes.
you an advantage. although I'm the one that needs help. I don't know why I'm giving you advantages. I'm the one that needs help.
Oh my goodness. Okay,
Uh,
well, let's start doing that. And I mean, I suppose we can still talk about the things that we are going to do in between.
yes, yes.
Okay. Well, we're starting on our marks.
All
Get
right,
set. Go.
all right. Let's see how we do with our narration here. I'm gonna explain what I'm gonna do. Jackie, feel free to steal any of my ideas. Uh, I'm just putting it out there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create the basic panel structure.
I'm gonna take the quicker way and not think about it.
Yep.
let me see what is available here. I'm going to our existing templates to see if I could find something out of the existing templates.
Okay, that's a good way about it. I'm actually gonna look for our Magic Lab system, the AI builder. I'm gonna do create. I'm gonna do a prompt that's gonna help me create that background picture that I'm looking for.
Awesome. I'm going the other route because I don't want to look for images because it's already been created here. So I'm just going to use the AI website agent.
I like that we're taking different approaches to this.
Definitely.
It's gonna be really cool.
So for those guys that's jumping in right now that has got no idea what we are doing right here, we are building two landing pages, two different kinds of landing pages, simultaneously at the same time with different kinds of ideas to see what we're going to come up with. It's basically a challenge to see how differently we build and how we are going to put something together so that you guys can see it is all to do with dogs and where a booking needs to be made. So that is basically what we are doing.
All right, I finished my prompt. I said create a website header photo for a dog grooming business. I want to show a cute puppy taking a bath. And let's hit generate here, see what we get for images. All right, that's cute. Both are pretty cute. All right, I'm gonna head over to my files and I'm gonna pick this one and I'm gonna see how to place this picture in a way that's really nice.
So my description for the AI agent is the site is about the dog hotel, and the dog hotel offers a full service for puppy owners going on vacation, and they cannot take their dog with them. And the services include boarding, food, playtime, and even dog training at an affordable rate.
All right, okay, I can get behind that. That's pretty cool.
So now
I
we
have
created.
That's awesome. I'm excited to see what comes out of it.
Oh, I love that image.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one. It's a pretty good one. What I do want is, I think the image itself is a little too big for me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hop back into the file itself and I'm going to edit. See if I can make it a little bit smaller.
So for those guys, just to let you know, when you do make use of our AI builder to build the website, it depends on which template you use. And the specific template that I've chosen really have a lot of pages. And therefore, it takes longer to create the website. So this is probably was a disadvantage because Pierre is now going faster than I am.
Yeah.
But my content is now being created and I don't need to add a lot of content. I just need to change a little bit here and there.
That's clever. It's a clever way of doing it.
So you guys can see you can really do two different ways. For those that are a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? A little bit more brave, like Pierre can go the longer route and creating everything from scratch. Yeah. Or you can be naughty like myself and make use of a template and use the AI to create the content for you.
I love that. I love that. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start adding titles. This is the font that I picked. It's something a little fun, little cute. You know what I mean? Let's come up with a name real quick. the dog bone. Let's call it the dog bone. And I like this, but I think that the size of the font can be even bigger.
So mine basically got 3 pages, guys. I've got a grooming for thank you, because the thank you page is going to be basically after the booking has been made. They need to be sent to a thank you page.
I
So
don't know. Hey, Jackie, are you sharing your whole screen or the window? Because I think we're looking at the
oh
wrong.
my word.
Yeah,
Okay,
I just noticed
haven't
that.
used.
I just looked over to sneak a peek at what you're doing.
Luckily that you did. Let me
Yeah.
just share my screen here. My goodness, can you believe it? Share screen. Window. That's the right window. Sorry, guys. All right, so there is mine. This is what I got so far. But obviously, because this is a doggy hotel, I don't really mind much changing my banner at the top because I love the template that we have in Builderall. But I am going to change some of the wording that has been created on the page. I'm not 100% happy with the wording. So I'm going to use also the text editor to change the wording before I play around with the rest.
See, now I'm stuck with the word salad that I've created for myself. Okay, the dog bone grooming. I want to say service or grooming. All right. The dog bone grooming service. That's the name of the business. I think this is cool. I'm gonna come back here, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start adding some more text and choose a place for the button, but I'm not gonna worry about what that text is gonna say. All right, so I'm gonna do maybe an H4, and what I'm doing just to cut corners here is to pick the font size as I use it. So if I'm not using it, I'm not gonna spend any time.
Those are watching, please let us know where you're watching from. I really love to know. So I've used the magic text editor to change, give me 3 headlines to use for my doggy hotel. And we've got your dog's home away from home, luxury accommodation, gourmet meals, and endless play, travel worry-free, pampered stays, tailored training, and unforgettable fun for your furry friend. Give your dog the ultimate holiday, 5-star lodging, delectable treats, and active adventures. I love that last one. So I chosen that one. You can see it's a very long headline. So I'm just going to adjust it slightly and use it as a subline as well.
All right, let's see what this looks like. I picked an H4 text. And let me just switch over the color, have it be white. Give your fur baby the best they deserve. Something like this, and I'm gonna take a page out of your book, and I'll come back with magic text here. But I want to just figure out the structure of this whole panel. Now, what I'm going to do is, as always, we always recommend that you add boxes. So I'm going to have everything live in these boxes. All right, we have Felicity watching from Dublin, Ireland.
Awesome. How's it, Felicity?
Thanks for joining us.
I'm sure you're going to get a lot of ideas here today between myself and Beer.
All right, I'm going to throw in a button, and I'm going to actually move on after this and go to a different panel and start to piece this site together. I don't know about this orange. Let me look at whatever some other options that we have. Some blue, some yellow. Actually, the purple might look nice. No, and the reason why I didn't choose purple is
I just want to save my stuff here.
Okay, let me go to Google real quick, and I'm actually looking for a playful color.
And my mouse doesn't want to work. Let me just go in again.
And I find myself over in Pinterest looking at playful colors, and I think this is actually pretty nice. This teal is a really cool color. I might need to change the background. The background image if I'm going to use this teal. And let's investigate that a little bit more.
I'm also taking a fat chance to see if I could change the image to something else, but I think it's probably not going to be what I want. I don't like this so much.
I'm actually also changing the background because I'm trying to get a brightly lit space, and I think this is a better fit. Just looking at this picture, I think this is a better fit for what I wanted. The picture that I had before was a little too dark. So I'm going to try this one. Much better. Oh my goodness, much better. Okay, and now I'm going to flip over to the teal and use my color picker. And your dogs are in the background giving us that dog groomer vibe.
I just wanted to say
I love it.
You're in the right place here.
Yeah. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this color.
I don't like that image. I'm also trying to look for another image that I can use for my doggy hotel.
All right. Well, I see you're over in Canva, and I don't know if that's a legal move, but I think I'll allow it.
Well, I like your image that much.
All right, I'm gonna.
Oh, you know what? You did say I'm going to keep on using what we're supposed to use, because I did create something, and I might as well just see if I can. I got an idea now.
All right.
So let me see if I can create it with the AI.
I know there's a way for us to create an effect for the text, and I'm looking for that. I think it's here. Yes, it's exactly what I'm looking for. So you can actually, on Builderall, you can create like a double line to create like an alternate color, or you can have it blurred to show like a shadow on the text. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try this out, and I'm going to have the color be this clementine color here that we are using from this Pinterest board. I think these colors are really fun and playful.
I see Tom is also joining us. Hello, Tom. Good to have you. If you're wondering what we're doing, we're trying to build 2 landing pages simultaneously. And I think Pierre is winning the battle here.
Well, I never celebrate too early. You know, I always I never underestimate my ability to grab failure from the jaws of success. You know? I don't know about this pink and teal. I think they work, but I think what doesn't work is the way the background looks. Like this, you don't really see a lot of contrast.
I love that background that's been created, to be quite honest.
Right.
That will fit for my that will fit for my doggy hotel.
Well, you can. I was here first. But I did use this is all out of the Builderall
image creator.
So I think it's very cool that it gave us this option. I'm trying to figure out what the best background would be for this text. Okay, so I don't know. I don't love this. This yellow on yellow doesn't really work for me. Let's do yellow on blue and see what happens. And I'm spending, for me, in my mind, this is what I'm thinking. I'm spending a whole lot of time on this, and I don't know if this is like the best place to spend my time, but here we are.
Well, you've got the best image. I love that image. I'm going to regret what I'm doing right here as well. So
here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to make some more room. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another copy here. And we'll see what this H5 is going to look like. H4, I chose Poppins as text, so I think I'm going to use the same one. We always tell people 3 fonts is an absolute maximum. That's what a lot of people do, and I think it's not the greatest thing to see, right? To see so many different fonts, it's painful for someone's eye. It doesn't look good, and people tend to ignore it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add these buttons.
You've got an advantage. I think my internet doesn't want me to load my elements, so I have to wait. So that is a good excuse, right?
That is the best excuse. And I say
waiting for the elements to load.
Actually, you know what? Instead of me saying feature 1, feature 2, let's just hop into Magic Text. And I'm going to choose the type here. I'm going to say 3 sub headline samples. Or actually, custom content. Give me 3 benefits of using a dog groomer. I have it generate the text. Tom, welcome from Virginia. All right, we're going to say professional expertise and experience, improved health and hygiene, time saving for pet owners. So I'm going to actually grab this text. I'm just going to put it somewhere, and I'm going to come back here and use these. So I love this. I'm going to say professional expertise and experience.
I'm still busy with now trying to find a font.
That's always a lot more difficult than you expect it to be.
Exactly.
You know, so that's why I'm sort of leaning on ChatGPT, which is something I I typically don't like doing, but here we are, right? So let me look at this this Poppins font and
Don't
actually
like this one.
over to
Make it
semi
like-
bold. Here we go.
What does that look like? No.
I'll be honest with you, Jackie. I'm still struggling with my my choice for this this header. I don't like what's going on here. So what I'm going to do to fix it is I'm going to add a panel, and I'm going to move it to the top. Where are we? Here. And I'm going to send this upwards, and we're going to move this text here, and we'll find that pink. We'll copy this, and I'll use the pink as the background color for this panel. All right, the pink is painful for the eyes. I'm sorry for everyone watching.
Oh my word! It's
I like to find the best color combination. Is now, if you're a designer, you're yelling at your screen. But I just want to remind everyone, neither of us do this for a living. Not the website building part, the design, the graphic design part.
I'm definitely not a graphic designer. I do have an agency, and I do build my own sites from time to time, but it's definitely not my main thing.
For sure. And I always want to give credit where credit is due. Probably one of the harder things to do is come up with a design, obviously on the spot like this, and then also have it like make sense super long term. But what we want to show with these is the ability for you to just keep coming back and edit, and it's easy to change. You all see how we're making all of these changes on Builderall, and it gives us the opportunity to just come in, pop in, do the changes that you want to do, and explore, discover the right combination.
And I think also people must understand that, we're all different. We are different when it comes to what we like. There's certain basic things that in digital marketing or building landing pages that everyone have to adhere to. But then when it comes to what our preferences are, I do think that there is different preferences with regards to what one person might like and another one might not.
I totally agree with that. Yeah, I totally agree with that. And
right, so guys,
go ahead.
No, you go. I've got this image and I'm happy with the image, but I don't like the idea that the dog is in the middle. So what you can do is to go and play around with the origin and the position and see if you could find it maybe in another way or move it around if you're not happy with something specific. So I'm just letting you know you can play around with your design by clicking on all of these little boxes.
Love it. What I'm doing now is I'm actually creating this top panel here. And I'm going to do a book. Book a visit. And I'm going to have something called Pampered Pets, which is a gallery photo, like a photo gallery of past clients. And I'm going to do about us, because people love watching this getting this about us information if they actually do become interested in the business. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this menu that I've added to this top header panel that I've created. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop into these settings, and I'm going to make this menu vertical. That's the first thing I'm going to do. If I can find this button. All right, here we go. Vertical. I want vertical. I want. I'm going to change the background color and the font. So what I'm going to do is here. All right. Here we go. I'm going to take this background color. Oop. The hover background color, I'm also going to remove. The text hover color, I'm going to turn into one of these other colors. So I'm going to stick with the. That's it. What do I want to do? I want to do probably this blue, and the main color will remain this golden gold.
I'm trying to create a logo with the Magic Text Editor, but not using actual images, but just a word.
Okay.
But it did not work for me. It didn't create what I was expecting it to create. So I'm going to have to do better by asking it to do something else.
That makes sense. All right. Still looking here. The font that we used for our H1 is called Georgia Estate. So I'm going to find this font. Georgia Estate. And I'm going to make this bigger. And I'm going to turn this color into the yellow.
Oh, what the hell? That is terrible. Right. So because...
I know you weren't talking about mine, but it sounded like the timing was perfect.
No, I didn't mean it to be for that. Oh, my word.
Perfect. All right, and my text color for the hover is going to be this blue. Here we go. That's kind of hard to read, actually. I don't like that. Okay, love it. So I have the pink, and I have this going on, and I'm going to actually just set this menu on the side. And maybe we can look at the spacing. The spacing is a little too far. There we go. All right, height of the menu item, and then lateral spacing. Here we go. And I'm going to make it a little tighter. And I also want to have it align with justify right. That's what I'm going to do. All right. And everything is justified here. And let me just make sure everything is aligned. All right, we'll make this a little bit smaller. This font is a little too big for me still.
I'm sure that there is such a thing like website block, like you get writer's block,
Mm. Oh yeah, for sure.
where you
No
just
doubt
don't
about
know
it.
what must I do.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. That's why, usually when we do these sessions, we have we have templates. We go look at different templates, and we sort of get ideas from other places. There's a saying in music that I think applies to all sorts of creative explorations. Let's say, is if you borrow from one person, it's plagiarism. If you
Yes.
borrow from many, it's research.
Yeah, I agree.
So I think that's where it is. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have this menu fit into the sizing of this text block that we created. And here's here's where we are. All right, Jackie, we're sort of in trouble here because I think we spent so much time that we're almost out of time. So
Well,
we'll
15 minutes is 15 minutes.
yeah, we'll see how to move forward. I don't know how to wrap up this entire site in 15 minutes, but we're sure gonna try.
Background color, background color.
People in the comments, let us know which website you are liking more, who's gonna win this challenge, and let us know if you're liking this idea. If you are, I'm sure we'll do it again, and maybe we'll have a third person here to sort of fill up the space so that we're not uh, getting distracted.
Oh my word.
All right, now I'm changing the color for this button. Primary text color, and I want to change this border color as well to this pink. I think it fits nicely. I'm going to have this panel background be that bright pink again. And we're going to throw in a booking panel.
Okay, I think that's fine like that.
Let's do appointment calendar. And I don't want to show info, and let's add it here. All right, now I don't want it to be full height, full width, I mean, nor do I want it to be full height. And I want to be able to adjust it and change how it looks. And what I am going to do is I'm going to add 10-point rounding to the block. And I'm going to say, I'm going to duplicate this. Actually, we'll just go ahead and add a new H1 block. Add it here.
All right, so it's time for me to go and build my booking.
Yep. I'm actually going to remember to save so we don't lose this page.
everyone that's watching that doesn't know what we're doing, we're building 2 landing pages against each other to see what we can come up with. We both used a very different approach.
Yep.
And my approach failed in the beginning because I didn't like what I saw, but that's okay. That's how we work, or that's how we roll.
Okay, I'm gonna do give your pet the TLC they deserve book now. I'm gonna be honest with you, Jackie. I hate the way this looks, but I'm gonna try to salvage it. But I am less than impressed with this. And
I rather not say anything because I can't say mine is any better. You know, they say if you want something done, give it to a person that's lazy because they will find the most fastest way to do it.
Yeah.
And that is basically what I'm trying to do here.
So give your pet the TLC they deserve. And what I'm going to do is maybe a little bit larger here. All right. And I'm going to add some more text. I'm going to duplicate this guy. See what it looks like when it gets added onto this panel. All right, something like this. And, you know, here I want to have testimonials. So I'm going to remove this button and I'm going to have, here's what our clients have to say.
Okay, let's just reload that one.
The dog bone is my puppy's favorite place to go. I love them, and it's a no-brainer every couple of weeks. And I'm going to actually make this italic and throw in some quotes. And we want to add, ideally, we want to add like a picture here. And name. All right. So, smaller. And font is going to be buttons. Change to this light version. Clarabelle, thanks for joining. If you don't know what the session is about, we are in the midst of a challenge. Jackie and I are doing 2 pages, and we're going to see who can get through and create the nicest landing page in the shortest amount of time. And we have about 10 more minutes for us to actually stop and look at the pages. What we're doing is a landing page for a dog grooming business. Example is from Brooklyn. Oh.
And I dare you guys to go and try and do something like this live. It is kind of
it's humbling for sure.
Very humbling. And I'm glad my clients don't see me now because they're gonna wonder whether I will be able to build their websites for them.
No, they're in good hands. We're if anything, you know, it's more impressive for us to just jump on like this and do something this sort of spontaneous, let's say,
without thinking.
without
Right.
thinking too much about it. Yeah.
Sure.
So this is the spot for the picture, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this background. I have the background color a little too light for my liking. So I'm going to just make it into this. And in the image, I'm just going to hop back in here, go to the Magic Labs, show me a person, a woman, holding her puppy in Brooklyn, New York. All right, let's hit portrait and hit generate. Absolutely perfect. This picture is the one I want. I'm going to hop into my files, grab this picture, throw that in there. Beautiful stuff. Kind of looks like the dog we have in the example. So I'm very happy with that. The top font, I'm going to have be a bold version. So we're just going to hop in here and say bold or semi-bold. There we go. Perfect. Good stuff. All right, Jackie, I think I'm going to start wrapping up this page. I don't know about you. How do you feel?
Don't ask me how I feel. At this stage, I feel like, oh my word.
No, I think you're doing a great job. From whatever I'm peeking over at your screen and I'm seeing, I think you're doing a nice job. All right, this is where we are. I'm going to add 10-point image rounding. Yep, here we go. All right. Here's what we're going to do. And I'm going to wrap it up with...
There's still 5 minutes, though.
Yeah, I'm going to wrap it up with like a photo gallery and the photo. So editing this, going to hop in here, add this color. Oh, well, I didn't want to do that. I want the background. Here we go. Background up the internal background. I'll have that be here. And for the footer itself,
Kayla!
Uh-oh.
Possibly.
Jackie, I think your mic was still on. I don't know if you want to...
Yeah, I'm sorry. I shouted there. Sorry. I tried to switch out the mic.
I'm not going to lie. That startled me a little bit. Like, whoa.
Oh, my word. It just shows you what happens when you do these things. I'm so distracted.
Oh, well, I'm going to use that to my advantage.
I know the time, and I'm like, and then now there's people at the gate, and the dogs are going crazy. It sounds like it's a dog hotel.
I'm going to duplicate this menu, and I'm going to drag it to the bottom, and I'm going to switch the color around. Here we go. I'm going to do my hover, be this blue. Okay. Duplicate this guy. Now, for this branding, I think, ideally it would be a logo, but I wasn't going to spend my time picking out a logo. So I'm just going to use this word mark and change the text color. And this is going to be my footer. I think it's good enough for right now for what we're doing. And here I'm going to have the photo gallery. Where are we?
I hope you are saving in between.
I have saved once, and I'm just running on hope. I don't know if that's the right one. Here, I'm gonna say, we only have a couple minutes to go, Jackie.
Oh my word.
So, I hope you feel like you're ready.
Well, I hope that yours is fully functional and the links are working.
It is absolutely not. Is yours?
I'm halfway there.
Oof. All right. Okay. So here, I'll edit this element. I'm gonna head down into this tag. Oof. Anchor.
I think
Here we go.
it would be a good idea to get some of the people that are watching into these sessions and let them build so that they can
That would be
experience
really cool. If anyone wants to join us next time, that would be pretty cool. That would be great to see.
Then they can feel the tension. I'm shivering here.
What I'm going to do in the last minute, I'm actually going to link this anchor. Here we go. Calendar and save. And Pampered Pets is actually going to go to the gallery. And then the About Us is going to be an About Us page. So that means I have a functioning page. All the links work. Buy now needs to be book now. And I'm going to set the link here to the anchor. And I'm going to save. And I think that wraps it up, Jackie. Let's count it down. 10,
all right.
9.
There we go. I'm done.
All right. Perfect. Beautiful. Okay.
I'll stop sharing my screen and you can show yours first, I think.
All right. Let's grab this URL. I'm going to save and publish. And we'll send it through.
You can enlarge your screen now because I've stopped mine.
All right. Oop, let's do this. Okay, hold on. I need to switch out my setup. Give me 1 minute.
This was super fun. You guys, if you enjoyed this, let us know in the comments because if you like these type of things, we will probably do this more often. This is really, really exciting. I can tell you, I'm actually, if I'm looking at my hands, I'm sweating because when you're in a situation like this, you kind of feel like there's a fire squad looking at you.
So let me give the disclaimers first. Guys, I want everyone to remember we did this in under 1 hour. I think it's about 50 minutes that it took us to create these 2 pages. We came up with the idea on the spot. We didn't go in, we didn't refine, we just kind of went with the seat of our pants, so to speak. All right, so those are my disclaimers. Let me hop in here and open up this URL. All right, here we go. Okay, Jackie, I'm ready to show it.
Go for it.
Clarabelle, yes, I'm. I think I'm gonna go take a quick walk after this because my nerves are fully engaged. All right, let me.
Oh my word!
Let me hit this F11. Here we go, so we can see the screen. All right, so I picked out some bright colors, some really fun colors. I'm imagining maybe the target audience for this would be maybe women. So I picked this cute dog. I saw some pink, some blue, some orange. So I hopped into this Pinterest feed. I went to Google and ended up on Pinterest. And I saw this palette, these 6 colors. Those are what I chose for my color palette. Okay, so I just came in and I used the color picker and I saved them in the platform. So I'm just giving you a little bit of my reasoning here. So the dog bone grooming service is the name I came up with. I did add a menu, and what I did was I took a menu, I forced it to be vertical, I took off all the colors, and I added the orange and the pink as the alternating colors in that menu. Okay. The next panel was the picture that I generated inside the Builderall platform with the image creator.
And I'm super jealous about that picture, I have to say. It would
Hey,
fit my doggy hotel so much better because you've got the basins there on the side and it looks like there's rooms.
right?
And
Yeah.
I'm super jealous about that image.
So I added a box. Now, had I had a do-over, I'd crop this image further and I'd lose a lot of this headspace because I think it's a little too long. But that's just a detail. I added this box and I said, give your fur baby the best they deserve, professional experience, expertise and experience, improved health and hygiene, time saving for pet owners. What I wanted to do is come back here, shorten these up, and, not just use the chat GPT text and maybe like add a button, like a check mark or something of that nature. But that lives in my brain. All right. This button says book now. Takes you to the next panel. Maybe I should show the fact that these work, right? So I actually managed to create anchors that work for this button as well. So I'm going to pat myself on the back for thinking about that. I added this big headline, give your pet the TLC they deserve. Here's what our clients have to say, just to give like a quick testimonial with a picture that I also generated from the Builderall platform, and I named this person example. And I just used the space for Brooklyn, New York, because that's what I used for the prompt for this background. So just for some continuity. And then we have this booking calendar that connects here. This works just because it's connected to my email. So this works. You know what I mean? But it's literally that easy to have a functioning appointment calendar. And here I wanted to add a calendar or like a gallery for the photos. And this obviously also connects to, excuse me, here. If you click on this Pampered Pets, you get this gallery. And then the footer has the menu as well. That's just duplicated with different colors. So overall, you can come back in here and change these. But this is my landing page. In 50 minutes, we were able to create this. I think it's good enough for 50 minutes. You know what I mean? But I'm going to stop the screen share. Jackie, it's your turn. Show us what you got.
I think that's a very fun type of website. It's not the type of website that we are used to. Mm-hmm. A lot of colors, bright in your face. And I think what I like about it is because, brand is a very important thing, specifically into what niche you are. I can imagine if you took that now and you put serious colors like royal blue, like banks normally, like the color background of our screen right here now, it wouldn't bring that fun aspect to it.
Right.
You're gonna wonder, do I really want to put my dog or take my dog there? They look so serious, as if they're going to bite the dog and not the dog bite them, kind of thing. Yeah. So that I like that.
I'm glad. Well, this is one last peek. Everyone, let us know.
And I love what is the font that you used?
I used the top font here is called Georgia Estate.
Oh.
And then the font that I used here was Poppins. So the reasoning, the quick thinking behind it was, if I want to go with something that's big and fun and sort of like a little out there, I wanted something that's pretty stable, sans serif, clean, easy to read, as something to balance it out. All right. So this was my page. Jackie, are you ready to show your page?
Yes, I am. I couldn't do everything. Obviously, we couldn't do everything that we wanted to. because there
for
was
sure.
not the time. This is so stressful. My heart. Okay, so this is mine, and I'm gonna just go through it. My thoughts while I was doing this thing. I actually wanted a very clean look, and I wanted to steal Pia's background image because I've got a lot of ideas. When I saw that image, I was thinking, I think I need to go to Canva and see if I could generate something similar.
I
But
love what
then
you have, though.
I forgot
I
we
love
couldn't
what you
do
have.
that.
I love the
So
font. So nice,
So
Jackie.
yeah, I think the background was okay. I wanted the builder to create a blurry background like this. I would have preferred to have the dark slightly to the right to give me more space to have my text very, very big and bold. That was the idea, to have it big and bold with the dark slightly on the side of it. But because of the time, we couldn't do it that way, and I think my prompt sucks. If I used a better prompt, I could have moved it up a little bit. I love the type of font. I am a big fan when it comes to the font Quicksand. I think I use Quicksand quite a lot in everything that I create.
This fits so nice, and you even took the time to create a logo, and you can't beat it.
Yeah. Well, I tried the magic image creator, but it didn't want to give me the word, so I just used an icon that we have within the text editor itself, and I just enlarged the icon. So that's literally what I used, and it's a different kind of font though. And then obviously I've got my home, my services, make a booking and contact us at the top. And when you hover, I like it when you hover and it changes colors. It's a very big favorite thing of mine. And then my button that turns to another color. I actually forgot. I wanted to change this color to something else, but the yellow is not that bad. I wanted to use the color of the pink of the dog. But anyways, it didn't work out that way. Then what was great about using the AI, it generated the text for me, so I didn't have to go and think about it. So it just provides the ultimate care, combining professional service with the warmth of a dedicated team for your furry friends. Accommodation, dog training, and vet services. So I didn't really have to do much there. And then my calendar. Although I wanted to have the background here in a slightly actually this one here in a slightly light orange. I ran out of time, so I couldn't separate this panel now.
I thought there was going to be a competition here, but I think you just completely blew me out of the water, Jackie.
No, I don't think
so. Page, can you share the URL?
Right?
Can you send me the URL?
Yeah, I'll do that. But I think that was basically, let me just stop sharing my screen. Where is it now? But I do think if we had more time, we probably would have been able to do something a lot better.
Guys, in the chat, let us know who you think won. Let us know, Pierre or Jackie, who did you like more? Which page wins, do you think? I think my vote is clear, and we'll give everyone a couple seconds here to answer. Clarabelle, Fox the Kiwi, Felicity, we're putting you all on the spot. You need to let us know who you think won.
They got to be very careful because we both talk to them often. I don't know about you.
No, Clarabelle, you have to pick. You can't say both. You can't say both. You have to pick. You can love both of them, but there's only one winner.
I can imagine. I think I feel the same way as Clary about it because it depends on your target market. Are they happy-go-lucky people? And what is it that they are looking for? Maybe they're not looking for a vet service. So we have to take that in consideration as well. Right, you guys?
Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, Jackie, I think
we did good.
Right. Oh, I think Clarabelle's giving me her vote, which I'll gladly take. I personally disagree. I think your page is much nicer.
It's very, very normal.
That is true. I think mine is a lot is maybe a little unorthodox, but I
But
think
that's what we sometimes need, is that little bit be different. There's, before we go, I know it's on the end, but there's a branding expert. I don't know if you guys know him, Doe something. Now I can't remember. Chris Doe. And he's one of those guys that says that, you cannot be average. You need to be different. You need to stand out. And I mean, you would always see also in his live sessions and things, he just wears a hat and he looks sometimes really terrible because he's got thousands of followers. And I think it's the same with your website. It shows who you are. So I don't think there is a right and a wrong when it comes to this. Like I said earlier, it's the basics that's important. Are you bringing across the message?
Right. Does this cause you to take action?
That's
I think
it.
this does, but I also think this does too. And I think for what you set up with the doggy hotel idea, I think the requirement is much higher. Like a dog groomer can be fun,
Yes.
but a doggy hotel is usually a lot more expensive, so you need to like have it
More
be
serious.
right, a little more serious. But I love this layout. I love the picture that you picked out. The colors are great. I love that you did this color change in the headline. I think I prefer the way you approach the headline. I think the layout itself is neater, and I like these boxes. Did you use did you create these, or did you use like
No.
a
The AI editor.
oh, you used the AI editor?
Yeah.
Oh wow, okay, all right, okay,
I
I like
literally
that. I
just
love
changed
that.
text. I was the lazy one.
I love that. Actually, that's brilliant. That's actually proof that it's proof that it works really well, as far as I'm concerned.
Exactly.
Because mine is
Exactly.
from scratch, and it looks fun. It looks unorthodox, but this also looks really like well,
Exactly.
right? So
And it shows you can quickly create your website. You really do not need to go and overcomplicate things.
yeah,
And that's what I love about our even our build after our launch. And you can have your build and says, okay, I've got an agency or a consultancy or a service, and you stick with the tools in the beginning to just get you out there. You just need to get your website out there and get your calendar out there. Worry about the rest of the tools and scaling your business and optimizing pages and all of that later. Just get it out there, because I think people tend to procrastinate and trying to make things absolutely perfect from the get go. Just get it out there.
yeah,
Don't sit and say and wonder, oh, maybe I should change this, and then it takes 2 months to just create a logo, kind of thing.
yeah.
That is what I think people tend to forget.
I love that. I love this challenge, Jackie. And I think I want to do this again. I don't know about you, but maybe we'll keep this as like a running theme. And I'd like to see us getting some designers in here, maybe some people who join us,
Oh,
Clarabelle,
yeah.
the Kiwi, Felicity. If you want to jump in, anyone in the
Yeah.
chat, if you want to jump in and challenge us to build one of these pages, I think it would be so cool to see.
It will definitely be.
And I'm thinking right now, Jackie, that how awesome is it that you use the AI builder and you got such a clean site, and I started from scratch, and I got a less clean site. This is fine, but for the same amount of time, your website is more complete, I think. Like I
Yes,
find nothing wrong with this website, to the point where if you were running ads, I'd start running ads.
yeah, exactly.
Where my website still needs help, still needs the gallery, you need to go in and make some edits. So I absolutely love that you started off with the AI website builder, because it sort of proves that in the same amount of
Yeah.
time you can get a little bit of a better result in a
Yes.
faster time frame. So I love that.
And
right.
another thing people need to remember is that if you make use of the AI builder, it generates the other pages too. So the look and feel stays the same across all the pages. It generates everything for you. I just choose another image because people know the image that's there. I wanted them to see the power of the platform.
Mm.
But the AI thing can really put us light years ahead
Oh
to
yeah.
generate content and
100%.
information.
Hey, this is as far as I'm concerned, this is a pretty complete website. So
Yeah.
that's
It
pretty
just
cool.
needs testimonials. That's all it needs.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, with that, Jackie, thank you so much. That
Thank
is
you, guys.
the end of today's session. But this was so cool for us to do, and I'm excited for the next one. Everyone, come back next week. Save the time, same place, and we'll see you then. Jackie, thank you so
Good.
much.
Thank you, Pierre. It's also always fun. Thank you, guys. Thank you for watching. We'll
See
see
you
you next
later.
week. Bye.